or welcome back to my channel. My name is Cameron, and in today's video, we are going to read until I find a 5-star read. My last 5-star read was Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J Maas, which is the 1000-page book at the end of the Throne of Glass series. So obviously that was huge, and I was so happy to complete the series, but I fear if I don't find another book that I love really fast, I could slump. So we have a few books in the lineup. I'm reading my first arc right now. I don't foresee this being a 5-star read, but it has been fun. It's pretty short. I think I'm only 40% in though, so I might put that down for a bit. I'm thinking I want something a little bit different. I have a book that I've got from the Book Talk bus, which if you haven't seen my Instagram is near me, and she goes all throughout my area, and it's a mobile bookstore. It's awesome. But anyways, I got this at the Book Talk bus. It's Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Moss, ironically. I believe this is about a female descendant of Hercules. I didn't really look into it too much. It sounds like there's like a warrior academy situation, so that could be really good. However, it is fantasy as well, obviously. So we will see. And the other book that I have right now is a library book that I went and got. I've never read a Vari McFarlane book, but this is Just Last Night by Vari McFarlane. This is due in 10 days, so maybe even 9 days. So maybe I should actually read this. Two Best Friends, One Missed Chance, A Night That Changes Everything. I know that a lot of people love Vari McFarlane, so I am probably most excited for this right now, actually. Something contemporary. I mean, my arc is contemporary as well, but just not loving it, unfortunately. So maybe I will open this one up. This character. It says, "You'd never go skiing, Eve. Why would I willingly travel to a very cold place and do any sort of sport and call it a holiday?" That's what I'm saying. Cam, and I realized I did not give a description of this book at all. You gotta work with me here, I'm still fresh. The premise of Just Last Night is we're following a group of friends. Our main character is Eve, and there's 4 really close friends. You kind of just follow them for the first little bit of the book, and then something tragic happens, and you watch the group try to reel with that, and then Eve kind of has an unlikely companion throughout the middle section of this book, and I'll leave the rest of my thoughts for the end of this video, but it's definitely more of like a women's fiction pretty much. I thought it was going to be heavier on the romance, but I would say it's more fiction. Stay tuned to hear what I actually think. I'm pet sitting for the next couple of days, but I forgot that they have a record player. Check out who's up front. Kelsey, if you're seeing this, I'm listening to this. I know you have some Lumineers in here too. I'm about 120 pages into Just Last Night now. So far so good. I really thought it was cutesy and funny, and then something happened. And we kind of knew about this from the very first page, but I forgot. I was having so much fun, I forgot. So now we're dealing with the repercussions of that, which is such an interesting idea, and I think I can see what's gonna happen, but her writing is so captivating, and like, it doesn't feel like Jessa Hastings, but it kind of does in the way of like, it's so easy to just read, not run on sentences, but it's like, I can just see it in my head. And I posted a little Instagram story, and Vari McFarlane sent me 2 yellow hearts, so I'm winning. Sunday now. I am starting chapter 25, so that's about 56% of this book, I think. And So far, I was telling Cole this, the plot has not been what I thought it was going to be, which is fine. I'm very intrigued for what it has turned into, but like we haven't really gotten to, oh my gosh, a bee. We haven't really gotten to the whole best friends mischance. I mean, we have gotten to the best friends mischance, but it's not what I thought, but it's really good. There's a certain character that actually there's two characters that really piss me off. And obviously that's going to play a part in it in the future here. I'm just waiting for the ball to drop. Not the ball like New Year's Eve. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Try to get Doug to play Frisbee challenge. He's not having it. Oh. Oh.
What's this? What's this?
Happy Tuesday. This video is kind of just turning into a week in my life. I realized that just last night kind of feels like it could turn into a 5-star. My other thought is that I could do library books for a week, or reading library books video, because I could do a Libby audiobook. So we're just gonna see what ends up happening with that, but just in case, I'm on my way to work. I figured we could check out Libby together, see what's happening over there. I don't know what I'm in the mood for, but I'm at the discretion of what's available. I don't really get a say. Whatever Libby tells me is either on skip the line or available now. Immediate yes. Anyways, I was watching Caleb and Drew, but my Spotify is on inverse because I like it when it's pink instead of green. I opened up Libby. Right off the bat, I'm seeing skip the line just for the summer, but actually let's just go to the skip the line. Because one thing about me, Libby is gonna gaslight me with the skip the line tag. If I can feel cool because this is a popular book and I can get it right now for 7 days, that's all it takes. Oh, and then I'm gonna filter to audiobooks. I have already listened to From Here to the Great Unknown. That was really good. 5-Star Weekend by Ellen Hildebrand. We've got Obama. We've got Beach Read. Reread situation. I might do that, actually. I think the last time I read Beach Read was like 2021 or 2022. I get this for, 14 days. That's nice. I'm gonna finish it in 2, max. I'm starting to recognize narrators' names, which is so weird, but also kind of fun. Who is it? Julia Whelan! Ah! I like her. Oh, I thought I could get Atmosphere. I've heard that the new TJR book is really good. Let's put that in our TBR and maybe do a hold on it. Apparently it's not part of the Mick Riva universe. Apparently he does not show up. Anyways, I need a coffee. Wow. It's me again. I guess I just assumed that everybody knew Beach Read by Emily Henry. It seems like a very popular book, and it should be. But if you're not aware, Beach Read follows January, who has moved to a beach house under some family circumstances, and she happens to be living next door to her arch nemesis from college, Gus. And you follow them. They're both writers, which I think is really cool. That's a fun thing about Emily Henry's books, is it follows usually authors or people in the bookish space. So I really appreciate that. These two are both authors. They write in different genres, and the main premise of this book is that they're challenging each other to write in each other's genre. You kind of see them go on dates so that they can witness the process for each other, and there's a lot of themes of family, friendship, love in here. And like I said, this is a reread, so I was just really excited to hop in and see some of my favorite quotes again, because there are quotes in this book that, even though I haven't read it for almost exactly 3 years, has stuck with me as some of my favorite quotes of all time. You wouldn't know the difference, but it's now my lunch break, and I am 33% into Beach Read. I did recently listen to Great Big Beautiful Life, her newest release. It's very interesting that both of these books have a cult presence. But hey, if that's her special interest, love it. But I picked up on that and I thought it was weird. I forgot about the banter in this book. Forgot about it completely. Also kind of forgot the whole premise of the book, which is crazy. Very good so far. I'm liking it. Gus, the man that you are. Anyways, I need a Diet Coke, so that's where we're going. I got over halfway through Beach Read today, which is a win. I think my sense of humor has definitely evolved in the last 3 years, so this kind of feels like more my like dry sense of humor now. He was like, oh, we have to meet Dave, and she's like, oh, like of Wendy's fame? I was like, yeah, that's a good one. Just got home. I actually drove past Indigo on my way, and I think today is Ashley Poston release day for Sounds Like Love, which is on my 2025 TBR, and I do have paperbacks of all of her other books. I do want that book, but I just did not have the time. I think I covered most of what I wanted to say about Beach Read. It's making me miss Charlie Lastra. That's my chosen Emily Henry book boyfriend. It's so funny because if you asked me yesterday what my Emily Henry ranking would be, it would have probably been Book Lovers, Beach Read, but I wouldn't have remembered half of this. Book Lovers, Beach Read, Great Big Beautiful Life, Happy Place above. I didn't love Happy Place as much as other people, but what I'm trying to get at is I wouldn't have remembered how this book is making me feel, and I think it's actually, I'm enjoying it more now. Excluding People We Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers is now the book that I haven't read in the longest amount of time, if that makes sense. And I say it's my favorite, so rankings are changing over here, and that makes me excited. I'm really glad I picked this up because this might turn into a 5, so that is so exciting. And in regards to Just Last Night, I have not read any more of this today, but I wanted to say, in a kind of weird way, the writing style of this, I can tell she's Scottish. And I don't know anyone who's Scottish personally, but it's just very fast paced, and the sentence structure, it's not like run-on sentences, but I think I kind of compared it to Jessa Hastings, where it kind of feels like stream of consciousness. So it's so quick to get through. Anyway, she is Scottish, but it's also weird because the characters are supposedly British. But I feel like I feel the Scottish peeking through because I've read characters who are supposed to be British in Magnolia Parks, for example, but then again, Jessa Hastings is Australian. So it's just a whole thing. Maybe they just don't know how to write the British accent because they're Scottish and Australian. And you can't write an accent. I meant like slang, I guess. But whatever this is, I really like it. The plot is not what I've expected so far. For some reason, I thought this was a romance, which the only person that I've really seen recommend Vari McFarlane is Haley Pham. And maybe she said it's not. I don't know. I don't know. The title and the cover are giving me a different vibe than the book itself. But I really like the book, so I actually don't care. And like I said, this video kind of transformed because this feels like it could be 5-star. And even if it wasn't, now that I'm reading Beach Read today, I might bump this one up to a 5-star. So that's my update for now. I just got ready. I handed in, no, I did not hand in my test. Let's hand in my test. Oops. Filmed a little dub of the day. Here's the behind the scenes. I finished Beach Read on my walk and I loved it even more the second time. 3 years makes a big difference, like I think I was saying the whole time. Not only has my humor changed, so I appreciated this more, but my relationship has obviously grown since then, so it's really cool to talk about that. Now I really need to go to work. Desperately, horribly bad. The video. Oh my god, I'm gonna be on YouTube. Somehow it's Thursday at 4:30 now. I am very excited to go home and hopefully finish my book today. Tomorrow marks 1 week of the filming of this video, and technically I already found a 5-star. I went back on what I said. This video can still be called Reading Until I Find a 5-Star Read because Beach Read, I bumped it to a 5-star. So it counts, right? I only have 43 pages left of this and some shit just went down. And this is what I was expecting to happen for the whole book. So I'm eating it up. officially finished Just Last Night by Vari McFarlane. I was really liking it, and I thought it would be amping up to a 5-star, and then throughout the last third, I want to say, it kind of switched for me because I realized we weren't following the plot that I thought this was going to take, and I was confused. I feel like the cover and this tagline are a little bit, not misleading, but they led me astray, I guess. I didn't look at the synopsis of this at all. I just trusted the recommendations for this author that I've heard. Overall, I'm glad that I read it. I think it battles with some themes, and everyone has probably dealt with some of them, at least. It made me reflect on certain relationships I've had in the past. It was really good to see how that conflict was dealt with. I'm kind of glad that it wasn't fully focused on the romance. It had me interested to see how it was all going to play out because such a big life event happened at the start of this book. I think I touched on this, but I really like the writing style of this. It's so fast-paced and unique. I'm not sure of my rating yet. I'll put it on the screen. I'm going to sit on that for a little bit. Definitely at least a 4-star. I will also give my final thoughts on Beach Read. This was even better the second time. I bumped it up to a 5-star. I think I had it at a 4 in 2022. So, well-deserved 5-star. Like I said, a lot of the quotes have stuck with me, and some of them I didn't even realize were from Beach Read. Reading it again 3 years later, now that I'm past high school and even further into my long-term relationship, I was kind of crying on my walk listening to the end of this. Even the friendship, like towards the end, it really touches on love is not just romantic love. It talks about her friendships, and it hits home, and I miss my roommates, and this was just really good. If you somehow have not picked up Emily Henry's books or Beach Read, you need to do so immediately. I feel like I'm gonna have to reread Beach Read every June now. It feels like a tradition, even though I haven't read it in 3 years, which is crazy. I can't believe I've even been reading that long. Or like, tracking my reading that long. This is a gooder, but I'm upset because it would have worked perfectly for the next video I have planned. But you'll just have to stay tuned. I think that'll be a series anyways, so maybe we'll touch on this one again. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Technically, I found a 5-star read. I know this was a little bit all over the place. It kind of was spend a week with me sort of deal, but I hope you enjoyed. I hope you pick up these books. They were both really good. And now I get to go back to the library and pick a new one, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I think that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Bye!